Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there lived a kind old man. He was very well known in the village for his big heart and his even bigger smile. It was filled with juicy tomatoes, crunchy carrots, and tall corn stalks that whispered in the wind. But the old man's favorite part of the backyard was his chicken coop. It wasn't just any chicken coop. It was home to the smartest hen you'd ever meet, a hen named Klukey. The old man, whose name was Grandpa Joe, had silver hair that fell past his shoulders, round glasses that perched perfectly on his nose. And when Grandpa Joe heard her little taps, he would get up from his rocking chair, open the door, and give her a handful of corn. "Good morning, Klukey," he would say with a smile, and Clucky would cluck softly as if to say, him watching the sun go down and remembering all the adventures they had shared. Even though Klukey was just a little hen, she had become the smartest friend Grandpa Joe ever had. Good morning back to him, and a big straw hat that he wore every day. Now, Grandpa Joe's house was beautiful, but his backyard was his favorite place. Every morning Klukey would wake up with the sunrise and peck gently at the back door. One day, while Grandpa Joe was watering his tomato plants, he noticed that one of his shiny red tomatoes had gone missing. He scratched his head and looked around. The raccoon dropped the tomato and ran off as fast as he could. And from that day on, Grandpa Joe and Clucky became an unstoppable team. Whenever something went missing or looked strange in the garden, Clucky would help Grandpa Joe solve the mystery. Now where did that tomato go? He wondered. Clucky clucked loudly and started walking in circles. She flapped her wings and pointed her beak toward the fence. So Grandpa Joe followed her to see what she had found. To his surprise, he found a trail of tomato juice leading to a small hole under the fence. And there, on the other side, was a sneaky little raccoon holding the missing tomato in his paws. Well, said Grandpa Joe. Looks like we found our culprit. Every evening, they would sit together on the porch, Grandpa Joe in his rocking chair and Clucky on a little wooden stool beside.